What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to the Cookie Run Kingdom video. Alright, today we're going to be putting down decorations. I thought this would be a great time for me to showcase what I think, in my opinion, are the best decorations to put down first. Now, obviously, everybody's opinions are going to be different on this, but my most asked questions is about decorations. Are we putting down the right ones? Should I be putting down this one? And I do have another video on this, so I will link that down below as well when I go into depth about each decoration and explain them. But after you put down your clock tower, which I think should most definitely be your first decoration, because this speeds up your progression time, and as you level it up, obviously it gets higher. But I do think that this is the most important decoration to put down as a new player, old player. You should have this down no matter what. I mean, after that, obviously it's debatable on what you should put down next, but I do think putting down the ones that boost your train station, boost your balloon ride, things that are going to boost and progress your overall count, in my opinion, are always going to be better than putting down ones that don't do that. Now, it can be argued that the HP, defense, and attack are more important, but I don't think so. I think those are more important mid to late game when you start pushing PvP content. But in my humble opinion, I do think putting down the decorations that are going to boost your overall town progression before you put down the HP, defense, and attack ones are definitely going to be more beneficial to you. Now, obviously, if you're just pushing PvP content and that's all you care about, getting the HP, defense, and attack are going to benefit you more. But if you get your town flowing and everything is running smooth, your train station, your production clock tower is down, your balloon tower is down, it's just going to make everything much easier for you in the long run. When it comes down to the soulstone decorations and all that stuff, that's going to be player's choice, and depending on if you want to spend gems on that or not. For me personally, I do a lot of summons and I spend a lot of gems on summons. So for me, I'm not so much worried about the soulstones, because if I want a character, I basically go for it. But if you're 100% free to play, I think putting down some of these soulstone decorations would benefit you as well. Instead of spending, 3,000 or 5,000 gems on a temple, taking 3,000 gems and buying a decoration that's going to give you soulstones. For example, the Ferris wheel, which, let me find it here real quick so I can show you. They've added so many decorations since I came back to the game. It's so hard to find the ones that I'm looking for. But this one here in the amusement park, if we click on this, you'll see we have a Ferris wheel, and this gives you one soulstone every time it cranks. I believe it's every 24 hours, and this is 4,000 gems. So if you're a 100% free-to-play player, putting this down will probably benefit you more than going in there and doing one 10 pull. Because if you can only do one 10 pull and you don't have any other gems, you're not going to spend any money. This soulstone over time is going to benefit you so much more than doing that one 10 pull, unless you're super lucky and you pull Sea Fairy or Hollyberry Cookie, something like that. But most of the time, that's not going to happen, and you're not going to get the cookie that you're looking for in that one 10 pull. You're probably better off coming in here and buying a soulstone decoration, because if you buy multiple ones, so let's say you buy the Ferris wheel, and I think there's 2 or 3 other ones that you can put down as well that cost gems. Every 24 hours, you're getting one soulstone per decoration. That's going to help you out so much more than doing random 10 pulls. I can guarantee you on that, but it's really going to come down to you as a player. But if you're a 100% free-to-play player, I definitely recommend you spending your gems on the landmarks first before you start doing random 10 pulls. It will definitely help you out in the long run. I've really been considering putting them down myself because I've been playing a lot. And if you're logging in every day and playing, and you plan on playing for months and months and months, you're definitely going to get your value out of these soulstone decorations. So now with those to the side, the next ones I want to talk about are the ones that boost your actual town. If we click on Story Night, the main decoration here is going to boost coins from battles by 2%, and then as you upgrade it, it will go up. I'm not sure what the max is. It might be 15, 25%, somewhere in that area. The only issue I do have with some of these decorations and putting them down as a new player in some cases is that they do cost the resources, like the brick, the pillar. And as a brand new player, you're not going to have a lot of those resources, but as you start playing the game, you'll start getting a lot. Like, for example, I have 67 now. When I came back to the game, I had 0, but just by farming my train station, my tree, and all that stuff, I'm able to start collecting them up. And now with the new island, that does drop a lot of these resources as well. Back when I used to play, it was really hard to get these. So in some cases, putting this coin one down might not be your best option. So for example, if your buildings aren't maxed, I probably wouldn't recommend putting down these decorations until your town is all cut up and maxed out, and then you can start dropping these decorations before you upgrade your cookie castle. But obviously getting this extra gold from battle is going to tremendously help you out. Now, this isn't my first buy for me. I don't think this particular decoration is important as some other ones, like the clock tower, for example, or the one that boosts the train station. I personally think the train station one is a lot better, in my opinion, because you can farm gold in the tree, as much gold as you want, just by doing the tree over and over again. I don't think the coin one is a necessity at all. It's really just going to be up to you. But I do think the clock tower and the one that boosts the train station is, because the train station does drop those resources that you need to put down all of these decorations. So having a faster train station will definitely help you out in that aspect. So let me see if I can find it real quick through all of these decorations. So under Blade Magic, we have the Molten Mega Mountain, and this is going to reduce your train time. So when the train goes out, it's going to reduce it by 1 second. As you upgrade, it's going to go higher. So if we click on it, we'll see this one's only 10 compared to the coin one that is 20. I mean, the coin one could be huge, especially if you're farming campaign a lot. But the thing is, energy, stamina jellies are very limited, especially if you're free to play. You're not going to have a ton of stamina jellies to be able to farm all of that gold. So you really want to be able to take advantage of the decorations that you put down. I do think this is one of the better ones, one of the must-haves in my opinion. Because again, this is going to drop the resources you need to buy the rest of the decorations. So this is going to be the first one that I'm going to buy here today on video. I should have bought this a long time ago, honestly. I'm surprised I waited this long. So now we have the clock tower and the lava tower, and both of these decorations are boosting my overall town progression. It's going to help me out long term. These towers are going to give you value all the time, because if you're playing Cookie Run Kingdom, you should be producing at all times and running your train station at all times. Your train station should never be sitting empty. That should be running 24/7. Whatever resource you need, you should be coming back, producing them, and going into that train station and keeping it running at all times. So both of these decorations are giving us mass progression on our account. So I think that both of these are must-haves. Now, the next one I was looking at is the one that produced the balloon ride. And I do think this is a good decoration as well, because I'm always running the balloon 24/7, because it gives you XP and it gives you epic topping drops as well. So both of those are really important when it comes to overall progression. So let me see again if I can find that real quick, and we'll be right back. I actually found it pretty quick, quicker than I thought I would. And this is going to be the croissant, and this is going to be 200,000 gold. Let's see how many pillars it costs. So this is going to cost 20 pillars again. I do think that this one is worth it though, especially because these pillars seem to be much easier to get than the other two. I feel like I always have more pillars than anything else as far as these resources go. But again, this is going to boost our overall progression on the account. Just like the other two decorations we put down, we're always running the balloon dock, just like the train station, just like production. So I feel, again, this is a must-have and something you should be putting down right away. So we are going to drop this bad boy down, and we are going to put it right here for now. I will move all this stuff later. I'm trying to make my town pretty. I'm working on it. I just want to get rid of all of this landfill debris so I can do it right the first time and not have to go back and do it 1,500 times. So we're going to put that down, and it only takes 10 seconds, so that will be done really quick. I purposely saved the builder for this video so I was able to do this. So now that our croissant is down, I think we have the 3 best decorations down, or the 3 decorations you should be putting down first. Because if we look at these 3 decorations, we're boosting our production. Come over here to the train station, we're boosting that, or decreasing the time. Go to our balloon dock, we're decreasing that time. So we're getting use out of all 3 of these decorations at all times. Now, obviously, upgrading these is a whole nother issue. It doesn't cost half as much as it does to put it down, though. If you look here, it only costs 2 of these. So I can actually bang this out probably up to level 5 or level 6, which I'll do after the video. I think the clock tower is most important. Whatever resource you have, I would recommend doing this first. Because, again, if you can upgrade your overall production time, that's just going to boost your account more than any other decoration could. Now, after you have these 3 down, it's really going to be up to you after that. It can be argued that this is just as important as the other 3. In my opinion, it's not. But just for argument's sake, we're going to throw it in there that this could be considered just as important as the other 3. But for this video, I'm not going to put it down because I don't think it is. Now, once you get down those 3, those are considered the free-to-play ones that you can get without spending gems. Now, the ones that cost gems can be considered free-to-play too, because you can farm gems inside the game. There's so many events, so many ways to get free gems, that if you're not blowing your gems on tent poles like we talked about before, you can come in here and spend those gems on decorations, which will definitely help you out a lot more than doing that. Trust me when I say that. I know summons are fun. I know you guys love the gacha. But honestly, putting down some of these decorations is definitely going to help you out in the long run. Now, after those 3 are down, I'm ready to start going into PvP, and I want to start boosting my cookie stats. The next one I'm going to look for is attack. So plus attack on all cookies. So we're going to go through this, and we're going to try to find the one that boosts attack. This one is HP. This is another really important one. This would be the second one that I put down. So basically the order that I'm going to put them down is attack, HP, and defense, and then damage resistance. Damage resistance, I think, is 5,000 gems. So that's up to you really if you want to put that down or not. But something on a holly berry cookie, damage resistance is huge. So it's really good to have. I don't think it's a necessity, but I do think that HP, defense, and attack is a necessity. So those are the 3 that we're going to put down for this video. So let me find the attack first, because that would be the first one that I would put down. And I also think there's a crit rate one as well. So it would be attack, crit rate, HP, and defense. But I think attack, HP, and defense first, and then crit rates, and then damage resistance. They're all really important once you start getting into late game PvP, because everybody's going to have those buildings down. It's just like a research tree in any other game. So if you don't have them down, it's just going to hinder your overall progression in PvP content. It's just a matter of the order that you're going to put them down in. I do think attack would be the best one to put down first. All right, I finally found the attack one in Sculpture Park. This is going to be 2,400 gems. I think it's worth it. Even leaving this building level 1 at 5% for 2,400 gems, in my opinion, even if you're doing just campaign mode and you're not pushing PvP, having that extra 5% HP defense and attack is going to help you out so much. A lot of you guys are telling me that you're getting stuck in the PvE content at, I think, stage 10 or stage 11. Putting these buildings down will help you tremendously. Having those extra stats, you would be surprised how much more you'll be able to progress through the campaign content. So we put that down, easy peasy, just takes a few seconds. If we click on it, we'll see that it does not cost gems to upgrade anymore. It goes back to costing those resources. And again, it's only 2. Obviously, as it goes up, it's going to get more expensive. But we can probably get this to 10% for really cheap. Getting it down is the hard part. Upgrading it, not so bad. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put down HP and defense. And I think that would be a really great start for all of you guys, getting down your attack, HP, and defense after your other 3 main buildings that boost your town's progression. So we're going to put this down real quick, and I'll be right back. And poof, we're back. I want to note one thing. The defense one only costs gold, so this one you guys should actually put down right away, because this is basically free to play. It does cost 15 pillars opposed to gems. In some cases, I think gems might be better than some of these resources, because as a new player, free to play player, sometimes these resources are really hard to get until you get your town up and running and you're able to, you know, really max produce the train station and stuff like that. Because for a while, it was really hard for me to get those resources piled up to be able to buy all of these decorations. So I bought the HP and attack. Those both cost 2,400 gems. And the defense one costs gold and 15 of these resource pillars. So honestly, I don't know what's better for a free-to-play player, or these resources or gems, because I think it's kind of easy for a free-to-play player to farm up gems, especially when they first start playing the game. So it's really just going to come down to what's on your account. But I do think getting the HP, defense, and attack down is going to be really important for you in progressing in your campaign and PvP content. There is some other ones I want to talk about here as well, and the crit rate one being the first one. I'm actually going to put this one down as well, because this one costs gold, and again, those resources, I believe it's the bricks, so this costs 10 bricks. I think crit rate also is very important, because for me, I want to boost my cookie stats as much as possible. I want to boost their attack, their crit rate, their defense, their HP, because we know that toppings in this game, you're not really getting much stats out of it. But when it comes to these buildings, these decorations, you're getting huge stat value out of them. So any decoration that's going to boost my cookie stats, I want to put it down immediately, and crit rate is definitely going to be one of them. I don't think the crit rate one is as important as the other ones are right away. So if you don't have the extra resources to put this down, you don't have to get this one down immediately. I would definitely recommend getting the attack, HP, and defense down first, and then coming back to this one. But I do think crit rate is right up there, and you should be getting it down somewhere in the future once you put down your other 3. There's so many other good decorations to pick from. Now, if you're big on the damage resistance, they do have that. If we think to ourselves, why does this one cost 5,000 gems and the other ones only cost 2,400 gems when it's attack and HP? That's because damage resistance is huge in Cookie. It's actually really good to have on your charge units or your Holly Berry Cookie. It's actually a great stat in Cookie Run Kingdom. I think that's why it's priced so high at 5,000 gems. Now, I'm not going to put this building down right now, but it will be a building that I put down in the near future. Before I do any more summons, I will most likely put this building down first. The thing is, I just don't have any more room in my town right now. My town is completely maxed out with buildings, so I need to make more space before I start putting down any more decorations. Looking at the Grand Dessert Tower, I actually didn't see this one before. I just stumbled across it now, and being 3,000 gems and reducing your stamina jelly recharge time, I think it's just as important as your train station and your balloon dock. So I'll be putting this one down immediately too. I think this one's actually really important because, again, if you can reduce your stamina jelly charge time, that's going to be huge. My biggest issue right now in Cookie Run Kingdom is getting XP from my cookies. So if this is going to reduce my overall time on all my buildings, this is something I want to put down immediately. If I had the space, I would put it down right this second. But I promise you right after this video, this will be the next building I put down. I think this one could be up there with the other two. Now, this one isn't necessarily free to play because it costs gems. I do think this is another one you want to get down right away because, again, it's going to progress your overall town progression, and XP is huge in Cookie. There's so many decorations in Cookie Run Kingdom that are going to benefit your account. The Holly Berry Garden, this one's going to give you rarities ×1. If you're willing to spend the gems, this might be worth it as well. I think once you get the buildings down that I showed you, plus the stamina jelly reduced one, I think I have room to put it down right now. So let's do that right now. So once you get all these buildings down, I think you're good to go. Any other decoration that costs gems is really going to be up to you. I think these are the most important ones, and these are the ones you absolutely need to get down as a player in Cookie Run Kingdom. If you guys have anything to add to this, please comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you guys so much for the support here on YouTube. We are so close to 4,000 subs. Once we reach it, we'll start another sub celebration. If you want to follow me on Twitch and Discord, those are always linked down below. We do 2 monthly giveaways on Discord, random giveaways on Twitch. If you want to be a part of the random giveaway that we do here on YouTube, all you have to do is sub to the channel, like and comment on my past 10 videos, and that will automatically enter into the random giveaway. I truly do love each and every single one of you. I will see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.